Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I kind of want to talk about the ability to make quick decisions. Now, you hear all the time from a lot of successful people that it's a key factor in actually being successful and achieving your goals, right? Is the ability to make quick decisions, the ability to see if something's not working, to go away from it, or if you see an opportunity to quickly transition into it. So very quickly, I think that what gets lost when people talk about that is the decisions that people are making. Well, yes, they're quick. They're able to make them quickly because they've practiced a lot. And kind of what I mean by that is, I actually just finished reading a really good book called Talent is Overrated. I actually talked about it in one of my other videos. Now, in the book, it kind of talks about how, obviously, talent is overrated, but it gets into specifics, just stating that the more you practice something, the better at it you get, right? And the better at it you get, the more comfortable you feel, right? So that enables you to actually make the quick decisions. Now, I think obviously when people hear about this, we think of it in terms of, learning an instrument, playing a sport, being good at your career, right? We look at it as like a physical thing. But I think what people don't talk about enough is the mental aspect actually of practice. So what I mean by that is, for example, myself, I've been reading personal development books for about 2.5 years now. I usually read 10 to 15 books per year so far. And in reading the books, it's helped me learn a lot of things, right? I've learned different ways to handle different situations, right? So, because I've been reading books and it's obviously kind of reshaped my mindset on the way I think about certain outcomes, right? Even before I get in that outcome, as I'm reading the book, I'll think to myself, okay, cool, if I'm ever in that situation, how would I handle it? And just the fact that the book kind of gave me a new perspective, and then from that new perspective, I was able to think about it and visualize, right, how to go about it if I'm ever in that situation. So I feel like that's a very underrated aspect of it, and people don't talk about it enough. We'll take just mental health in general, right? Depression, right? Before I went to therapy, I did not know most of the time how to handle it when I started having panic attacks and all those other things. But after going to therapy, learning the coping skills, and learning just how to deal with my depression, it's made it through time and learning different skills easier, because now whenever I start having an episode, a panic attack, or I start getting depressed, I understand how to go about calming myself down, or maybe taking my mind off of a situation that maybe I understand I can't control. Whereas before I even learned how to do those things, I didn't know what I didn't know, right? So by reading books and kind of reshaping my mind, it's helped me for when I am in difficult situations. I know now how to handle them because I handled past difficult situations. It's really funny. I took a real estate class with my brother, and in the class, they were kind of just talking about how your mindset really affects everything you do. The class was like on luxury real estate, and they're talking about how you can get into luxury real estate. It's your mind that holds you back. It's funny because I knew they were talking about the book that I had just read. So I knew as she was trying to describe it, I knew what she was talking about. So I actually raised my hand. I was a little nervous actually, but I raised my hand and I was kind of discussing with them that I knew what that book was, and it was, A, B, and C, right? I discussed kind of what she was talking to. And she said, yeah, because that's exactly what I was, meaning to say, which is great because had I not read the book, I wouldn't have known what she was talking about, right? And then I would have just waited for her to complete her statement. Probably obviously would have agreed with what she said because the book was a very powerful book. Because I read the book, it was already in my mind of the concepts that the book teaches. So I was able to maybe word it in a way that she could not. And it was funny because like even with that book, I read it and it was such a powerful book that I actually told my nephew, the older one, the 14-year-old, I told him I would give him $20 to read the book. It's been about 3 weeks now. I don't think he's read a single page yet, and that's okay. He has the book, and if at any point he decides to read it, I really feel like it's a book that would help him. Obviously, I feel the book could really help a lot of people, could help anybody really, because it just talks about hard work and how we kind of overlook that a lot, and we think that natural talent kind of beats out hard work, but it really doesn't. And it kind of goes into detail of why that's not true actually. So that's really the end of the video. Hopefully that gives you kind of a different perspective on just hard work in general and success and understanding how to make quick decisions, right? I feel that if you understand when something's happening, why you should make the decision, it makes it easier for you, right? So even if it is something new, when you learn how to deal with making new decisions and the right ways to really get your mind going, it kind of helps you make the decision faster. But again, that's the end of the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit the like button. Please subscribe. And thank you guys so much for watching the video. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Thank you so much.